So we're going to use the information in this table to find a constant rate of change. I don't know if you remember about this constant rate of change thing, but a rate is a unit over another unit. If we're talking about rate of change, something is changing at a particular pace having to do with one unit for another. When we're dealing with hours and miles, when we talk about driving in the car, we're usually talking about miles per hour, correct? We're usually putting the miles on the top and we're dividing them by the hours. We can also write it like this, miles per hour. We usually do rate with miles over time. So in this case, if you'll read what we've got going on here, we've got hours and time, 1 hour, 3 hours, 5 hours, 7 hours, 9 hours. These are going up, but these numbers aren't going up. They're going down. That's because it says distance remaining. While this car is traveling, like after it's gone an hour, there are still 500 miles left. At the 3 hour mark, there are 450 miles left. At the 5 hour mark, 400 miles left. At the 7 hour mark, 350 miles left. And at the 9 hour mark, 300 miles left, and so on. We need to figure out what is the constant rate of change. Is there a constant rate of change? What is it? How many miles is it changing for every hour? So first we need to figure out what these are changing by. And unlike some of the examples we did last chapter, these can be going up or going down. So these are going 1 to 3, we're going up 2. 3 to 5, up 2. So far, so good. It looks like it's changing at a constant rate time-wise. Let's go over here. I just write off to the side. This is me showing my thinking. From 500 to 450, in my head, I can do 50 miles, but it's negative 50. I'm going down. I go down another 50 miles. I'm subtracting 50 miles each time. So it's I'm adding negative 50, negative 50, negative 50, negative 50 miles. Up 2, up 2, up 2, minus 5, minus 5, minus 5. So now we can figure out a miles per hour rate. If I'm looking for miles per hour, what is it changing? It's changing how many miles? 50 miles, negative 50 miles, and that's happening every how many hours? Every positive 2 hours. You can even put the plus in there if it helps you to kind of visualize. Every 2 hours, they have 50 miles less remaining. So they are moving at a particular pace, and we can figure out how many miles are left every time that they move. So this is 50 divided by 2, which is negative 25 miles per hour. Those are how many miles per hour are remaining. For every hour, there's 25 miles less, which means they're driving at a rate of 25 miles per hour if you want to know what they're driving. They're driving 25 miles per hour because every hour they have 25 less miles to drive. So that's how much they're accomplishing. So we can use negatives in the real world too when we're talking about distance remaining instead of distance traveled.